For the past decade, DM Scotty's been crafting dungeon terrain on his channel, The DM's Craft. Everything from corrugated cardboard caverns to purple worms made from toothpicks and toilet paper rolls. And now with help from your old buddy Hanker and Fernale over at Runehammer, he has crafted his own role-playing game system, the EZD6 system. And I'm going to review it and show you how to play today on Dungeon Craft.
Deathbringer here. Subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any cool content.
Welcome to Dungeon Craft. I'm Professor Dungeonmaster, and this channel is about playing the ultimate game of D&D and other tabletop role-playing games. Today I'm reviewing EZD6 by DM Scotty, and full disclosure, I only review games that I like and that I find personally fun, mostly small independent games because I think they could use the exposure. I have known about EZD6 for a while because I've been playing it behind the scenes before it was published and helping play test it, and I even wrote the foreword on Drive-Thru RPG. That said, this is not a contributor copy. I had to buy it like everybody else, and with that out of the way, let's get to it. EZD6 by DM Scotty, brought to you by Runehammer Games. It is hardbound, 100 pages. I ordered mine off Drive-Thru. They said it would take 2 to 3 weeks to deliver, but I got mine in 3 days, which is awesome. Interior art by Sean Bova. It looks really great. Let's get right into it. Here is the core mechanic. You roll a 6-sided die, and you're trying to hit a target number. 2 is easy, 3 is normal, 4 is hard, 5 is very hard, 6 is super hard. Toss the die, and if you hit your target number, you succeed. There are also banes and boons. A boon, you roll 2 dice and take the higher number. A bane, you roll 2 dice and take the lower number. Training is a boon, so if you're trained as a warrior, you will always roll 2 dice. If you roll a 1, you fail. If you roll a 6, not only are you successful, it's a critical success, you get to roll again. And if you get another 6 like I just did, the dice explode and you do additional damage, you get an additional success. The hero die. Everyone gets a hero die. If you roll a failure, like, oh, 2, you swap it out, you roll the hero die, and yay, I got a 6, and it explodes. And yes, that's 1 success there. You also have karma. So if you roll a 4, but you needed a 5, you could spend a karma point to make that a 5 and succeed. And every time you fail a roll, you gain karma. So if you're having a really unlucky night, that's okay. You're saving up karma, and you'll be able to use it later when it really counts. Actions, turns, moving. You don't have hit points, you get 3 strikes. How much damage do your weapons do? It does 1 strike per hit, but again, if you roll a 6, you get to, ooh, that's another success. And that's another success, and yet another success, and it keeps on exploding. So you can imagine how much fun this can be. You also have armor to protect you. It gives you an armor save, but only characters get it. Monsters and opponents don't. Spellcasting, you can cast magic or miracles. Magic is a traditional spell. Miracles are like clerical spells. The game master will cite a target number. Let's say it's a 5, and you have to roll a 5 or better to cast that spell. Now, you can power up the spell by adding up to 3 dice, which is awesome if you rolled a 6, because that would be a critical success, and it keeps exploding for additional damage. But if one of these dice is a 1, the spell fails. So if you power up the die, you have more chance of success, but also more chance of failure. If you miss the target number, you can take damage and increase this to a 5. Creating a character, first you choose a path, and the path are the classes. You've got the warrior, the delver, the wardens, like a ranger, the rascal is a rogue, the brute is a barbarian, the conjurer a magic user, the friar a priest. Everyone's got health, armor, a special boon, so warrior gets a boon to all melee and strength tests, so yes, we got another critical there. Then you choose a species, human, elf, dwarf, halfling, and goblin, and an inclination. An inclination is like a feat. Humans can choose any 3, everyone else chooses 2, and you get a special species-related power. There are 3 pages of inclinations. They're very self-explanatory. Marksman, you get a boon for ranged weapons. Danger sense, you can't be surprised and have a boon when it comes to avoiding traps. Lockpicking, I love this. No lock can defeat you. As long as you have lockpicking tools, you will always succeed at picking locks. That is awesome. So while it seems like there's not a lot of classes, you can actually customize your character in countless ways. Like if you want to be a rascal, a rogue, but who's awesome with a blade, like the Grey Mouser in the Farvard and the Grey Mouser stories, you choose fighter. That'll give you a boon in melee weapons, and slippery. You can roll to escape any bad situation. Treasure sense. You have a nose for finding hidden treasure. And within seconds, you've designed the Grey Mouser. There are different circles of sorcery, like arcane bands. These are magical tentacles. The Blast Master. This is a fireball chucker. Botanicalists control plants, elementalists, the elements, necromancers, the dead, so forth. And there are no defined spells or spell slots. You make up your own spell in the moment. Like, what kind of spell are you doing as the Blast Master? It's up to you and the Game Master to negotiate. And you can cast a spell every round, and you can determine how powerful you want that spell to be. Equipment. You get any weapons that fit your character concept within reason. And then you get a few extras, like 3-4 is, I have a flask of oil, or I have a padlock and a key. Rabble-rousers are the Game Masters. Pushers and shovers are the characters. How to be the rabble-rouser, Scotty's pro tips. This is all about using terrain, which I love. Great tips like only craft what you need and have a staging area. Setting target numbers, rewards. In EZD6, there's no leveling system. You reward characters by giving them additional hero points, or you can give them magic items. So in that way, it's similar to index card RPG. Monsters. There are traditional monsters as well as original monsters. How many strikes you can take, what you need to hit it, what it can do. Simple bullet points, very clear. Everything you need to run a dragon is right here. We got some neato original monsters like the Death Lurker. I love that art there. The Drek, the Festoid. Magic and treasures. You got your potions, scrolls, weapons, armor, and the handy bits. I love this. You can photocopy this page and turn it into a Game Master screen. This is all the rules you're ever going to need to run this game. Random encounters and twists, an NPC generator, a monster lair generator, a minion generator, and the character sheets, which are very simple, and you can just put this on a photocopy machine, and you can get 2 character sheets, which is awesome. I've read a lot of role-playing games. The problem with the D6 is they're kind of boring, but with EZD6, there's a lot of versatility, and there's not a lot of stuff to look up. Everything is right in the game. And there's something exciting about, oh, I just rolled 2 6s, and these dice get to explode. That's a lot. Ooh, and it exploded again. That's a lot more fun than looking up rules in a rule book. EZD6, too big, thumbs up. EZD6 is built for convention play, where you don't want to lug around a bunch of heavy books or stop the game to look up rules. You want to stay in the narrative and keep the players entertained. Some people might say, well, I could see how it's good for a one-shot, but I don't know about a full campaign. In my personal experience, I don't find that to be true. I don't think the crunchiness of the game has anything to do with how long the campaign lasts. How long your campaign lasts really is up to you, the players, the interesting characters they create, and the narrative that you create together. And I think that if you want to stay in that narrative, EZD6 is a great game system. You can get it at the link below. Also below, there are links to Dungeon Craft on Facebook, Patreon, where you can get extra stuff, Drive-Thru RPG, where you can get my 5e compatible house rules, Deathbringer, and my rules like Cthulhu game, The Eldritch Hack. Scotty, best of luck with EZD6. I love your channel. I wouldn't be here without you, and I'm looking forward to your next 10 years of content. And for more Dungeon Craft content, click on these videos. I'll see you soon. May all your rolls be 20s.
Scotty, I want you to know I have such deep respect for you. I have not killed Roderick. Yet. Now, get my t-shirt and watch more Dungeon Craft.